Morning everyone, it's Audrey, Stitchy42, or as I found out the weekend of fall fling, in some households I'm just referred to as the witch, and I'm good with that because it made my day. You know, some people have problems saying Stitchy42. They want to call me the Stitchery Witch or the Witchy Stitcher or something like that, and they just can't handle Stitchy Witch 42. Some people shorten it down to Stitchy Witch. My friend Melanie and her husband Wade refer to me as the Witch. Feel free to use that to refer to me from now on because I thought it was fantastic. So, this is video 88. It is the 11th day of the 11th month. And of course, that means it's Veterans Day in the United States, Remembrance Day in Canada. To all the veterans out there, to everyone who is serving, has served, will serve, you have my utmost respect and admiration because you write the world a blank check saying that you are going to protect us. And that means so much to me because I come from a military family. And I didn't think I was going to get misty-eyed here saying this, but there you go. Thank you. It has been 3 weeks since I've done my last video. But I did 2 videos last time, so you know, it kind of works out. But a lot has happened in the last 3 weeks. There was Fall Fling, there was First Thursday, and then I went to a class at Acorns and Threads. And so I am going to, once again, there's a pile here, there's a pile there, there's a pile here, there's a pile on the chair. I swear, before I sit down to start videos, I don't think I have much to talk about. And then I start putting things out and I realize I don't have everything. And hi, how are you doing this morning? Okay, just going to get into it because I do have piles all over the place. The first thing that I want to talk about is a giveaway from my last video. I had put this book up for a giveaway. I had called out the name of Christy Martin. I tried contacting Christy twice through original comments. I have not heard back from her. I am really, really sorry, Christy, but I am moving on. I had my husband draw another name from the list of people that had entered for this. So Sabine Demler, Sabine-Demler. If you get in touch with me, I'm going to be passing this book on to you. Moving forward with giveaways, since I normally do my videos every 2 weeks, I'm going to announce it 1 week. If I haven't heard from the winner by the next video, I'm going to choose another person, and that's the way I'm going to work it from now on. I know there are so many people doing videos, and sometimes it's really hard to keep track of the giveaways that you enter. I get that. But when I comment on your original comment, you should get a notification that I've commented. And anyway, Sabine Demler, I will contact you. I will comment on your original comment. My email will be down below. Please contact me with your home address and I will get that book sent off to you. Okay. Notes. Been gone 3 weeks. I got lots of notes. I think I've got myself set up here. So, Acorns and Threads is going to highlight throughout this video, as they do a lot of my videos. I went to Fall Fling, which is their fall retreat. This is the last time that they are doing Fall Fling. But there's more news on that later. Anyway, Acorns and Threads is a small shop, so they do part of it there. They have the sale on Friday night at the shop. And then for Saturday and Sunday stitching, we are over at the Oregon Bar Association. There are hotels close to the area, so if you're from out of town, you can stay close, but it's not set up in a hotel. So Friday night, I went up to the shop for a couple of different reasons. I needed fabric because I had a project that I wanted to start on Sunday, and I didn't have fabric for it. I needed to get some more of the DMC flosses for the project that I wanted to start. I wanted to meet up with some friends up there, and one that I wanted to meet up with was Melanie Smith, Yarns and Threads. Melanie was not going to be at Fall Fling, but because of life happening, she got a spot. So she was there at the shop Friday night, and she was at Fall Fling Saturday, and we got to spend some time together. So at the shop Friday night, I made a few purchases because, okay, going back to Acorns and Threads. Acorns and Threads is not a big shop. It is well organized, and there is a lot of stuff in it. Back in September when I did the video with, we had 27 people, and I did that video. They had 5 tables set up for us in the middle of the shop, and we were shoulder to shoulder around the table, and it was crazy and chaotic. And there was another table outside. So it's not a big shop. They don't usually have 5 tables set up for us. Friday night, they didn't have any tables set up because there were 70 people signed up to go to Fall Fling, and Friday night was set up for shopping. And while not everybody who went to Fall Fling went to the shop Friday night, it was packed. You could not walk around the place without saying, excuse me, pardon me, excuse me, pardon me, thank you, excuse me, pardon me, thank you, pardon me, excuse me, thank you, pardon me, excuse me. It was packed. At one point, I was standing there and someone said, excuse me, Audrey, can I get past you? Well, if someone's going to mention my name, I'm going to turn around to see who it is. And I turned around and I saw this woman standing there, and I knew her face, but I couldn't put a name to the face. And I said, well, that's not fair that you know my name. What's your name? And when she said it, I died. She said, Janine. And I looked at her and I said, Blue Flower? And she said, yes. And I died because Janine of Blue Flower knows me. Okay, rational mind, I know she's a person just like me, and I know she watches FlossTube, and I know that there's a possibility that she would know my name. Unrational side of my brain is inside going, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Hopefully I didn't come across that way, because that would have just been a wee bit creepy. We sat and chatted for a bit, and I chatted with several other people at the shop. But I went there because I needed to get some fabric. These 2 pieces of fabric are both the same, except one is a 28 count and one is a 32 count. I got Belfast Vintage Country Mocha because I thought either one of these would be good for the pattern that I wanted to start. And they'll also be good for other ones that I have, but just gorgeous, gorgeous. There you go. I also picked up while I was there Blackbird's design, Blackbird. So I have fabric for it. This is from the Magical Mystery Tour, the Beatles Magical Mystery Tour. If you've watched me for any length of time, you knew I grew up on listening to the Beatles. I've stitched Eleanor Rigby, Sweet Baby. I'm interested in stitching this one. My sister Patty has stitched Octopus's Garden and Yellow Submarine, and both of those are absolutely beautiful. but neither one of them really appealed to me enough to want to stitch those two. I was offered Strawberry Fields, but it has a house, and I don't do the houses. Although I do have Blackbird's design Away We Ride, and I've been watching Christine stitch all the things. And I've watched other people when they've stitched the house on that one, and because it's a wonky house, chances are really good that I will be stitching that next summer. There you go. Alrighty. So those were purchases Friday night. I did not stay in a hotel because I live in Silverton and I'm about 40 miles away from, not even 40 miles away, excuse me, from Acorns and Threads, and the Oregon bar is in between. I drove home each night. So Saturday morning, got up there at 9:30. Stitching was 9:30 to 5:30 that day. Walk into the conference room and there are several round tables set up. So gravitated to one, and other people were finding their place, and at my table, going around it, is Emmy Irwin, who does FlossTube videos, Robin, who is Lady Robbins or Lady Robin S on FlossTube, her friend Lynn. Next to her was Lisa Smith, Kindred Stitcher. Next to her was a very nice lady named Carrie, who was under the weather all weekend, and she hung in there as long as she could. I hope you are feeling better, Carrie. If you watch my videos, I don't know. I really hope you're feeling better. And next to Carrie, sitting next to me, was Lori McCleary, textilist. This year at Fall Fling, there were a lot of people who do FlossTube videos. And I'm going to name some. I'm not going to name all of them because I didn't get to meet all of them, and I have a horrible memory anyway, so we're just going to go with it. But Anna, Stitch Roadies, was there. Melanie Smith, Yarns and Threads, was there. Olivia, Pumpkin Hollow Quilts, was there. The ladies that I mentioned at my table. Christy, Java Girl Stitches. She was there with 3 of her friends. They came from out of state. There was Denise, who is Goose. She has videos. Their 2 friends, Vicky and Anna, came with them. Renee and Jennifer, who are Gazelle's Needlework, came. Renee lives in Alabama. Jennifer lives in California. There was one table with the majority of the people from Acorns sitting together, and with them there was Stephanie, Stitch Goes My Heart, Shelly, Key X Stitch, and that's all I can remember. And to everybody that I missed, there was one, I think I've watched like 5 seconds of her video because I didn't have time. Stitcher Mel, sorry. And Megan, who is Frozen Stitcher. I haven't seen her videos yet, but I will be checking them out. There's several pictures going around Instagram of all the floss tubers there, so go check it out. Yeah, it was crazy. Okay, you know that we got a design from Bendy Stitchy. I'm not going to show it. We got the fabric, we got the floss, we got the pattern, we got a needle, we got the board to finish it on. It is a Santa, and it is a snowman and a Christmas tree. Go check out Anna's video, Stitch Roadie. She shows it, and she shows where she's out with her Christmas tree, and she said it kind of makes it look like a Charlie Brown Christmas tree, which is really, really cute. And I think that's the way I'm going to stitch mine when I get around to it. You know, one of those round two-its. Yeah. Later on in the day, we got this fantastic lunchbox. And it says, I was cross-stitching before cross-stitching was cool. Inside it, we got this lovely little thing. This is a snip-patty. Mariom the librarian, who was over at the Acorns table, She is the lady who makes these, and on Instagram, she is cattycrosstitches. She does not have a store set up yet. I will link her contact in the drop-down box below for her Instagram name, cattycrosstitches. These are great. This is the fourth one of these that I have now, and they're nice. They have a little bit of flex to them. They've got felt on this side, wonderful fabric on the back. There is a magnet underneath her cat, Patty Fiona. And they're just handy to have. And like I said, I have 4 of them now, so I could put them in multiple projects. I've used this when I've gone to the park to stitch, because if you put your threads down on it, because it's felt, they stick and the wind doesn't blow them away. So they are great, great little things to have. We got a project from Jolynn to make little snowflake, star-shaped snowmen. I haven't opened my package yet because there was so much. She gave us, she graphed out the chart for us from the front of the lunchbox. We got M&Ms because when you go to Acorns and Threads, there's always M&Ms. I think they gave us words. Candy cane. Yeah. So that we could get rid of bad breath. I don't know. I'm going to make this into a sewing kit. Piles. And then you have to make more piles to put things away. They had a pop-up shop there, and I bought a 32 count wood smoke from Lakeside Linens. And this is a fat half. Apparently this was my brown weekend for getting fabric, because all the fabric I got was very similar tones. But this is nice, and because it's a large piece, I will be able to use it for a lot of different things. Alrighty. Name badge. So last year at Fall Fling, we were given these name badges that Jolynn made for us, and they started giving out a little bead or something for every event you go to for Fall Fling, or for Acorns and Threads. Last year we got this little piece of glass. This year we got a snowflake because the theme was snow. And it's a needle minder. So when you put it under your shirt, there's no holes, there's no nothing. And we've got plenty of space to add all of our beads when we go to more events. Okay. Ornament exchange. So the ornament exchange was optional. And if you made an ornament, you got to collect an ornament. And they did it what do they call it? The white elephant, where the first person who's drawn goes up and opens up a present or opens up a package. The second person can go up and either open up a package or steal from the first. An item can be stole 3 times, and then it's frozen and it stays with that person. This time she decided, Jerry, who runs the events for Acorns and Threads, if you ever want to know what the Energizer Bunny would be like in person, you need to meet Jerry, because that woman is energy. She bounces and she runs and she moves and she's on the go all the time, and she's fantastic, and she coordinates the events awesomely. And anyway, Jerry decided that whoever was the first person's name drawn or their number drawn would also at the very end get a chance to steal if they so chose. The first person's number that was drawn, well, that was me. So I went and I picked up a package and I opened it up, and in it was this adorable, adorable little pumpkin. Stitched pumpkin ornament. I loved it. I was very happy with it. I wanted to come home with it. As it progressed, people would come over and look at it, but everyone walked away and either took from somebody else or went and opened up a new package, until it got to be Olivia's turn. Olivia, Pumpkin Hollow Quilts. She seems so nice on her videos, doesn't she? Yeah. She stood up. She didn't look right. She didn't look left. She walked right over to me and she took my pumpkin. If you've watched her video, you've seen it on her fall tree. Honestly, Pumpkin Hollow Quilts, she needed to have the pumpkin. She stole from me, which meant I could steal or I could choose another package. I decided to steal from Christy, Java Girl. She had got this really cute, tiny little Santa in a tart. So I went and took that from her. For the few seconds that I had it at my table, Emmy pointed out to me that his face and hat was an acorn. There was a lot of that showing up in different things. When that was stolen from me, I went over to Christy's friend Vicky and I stole this witch. This is just, it's like we're twins. Yeah. This was stitched by Sandy. I'm not going to mention her last name. It is just adorable, and the stitches and the color and everything about it. And yes, it's got one of the creepy crawlies in it. I love this. I love this so much. I was the third person to take it, so it got to stay with me. Tissue paper, out of the way. Oh wait, I've thrown tissues before in a video, haven't I? Wonder when that happened. All right. Other goodies that were got at Fall Fling. Jennifer and Renee, Gazelle's Needlework, brought everybody these cute little bags with a gazelle on them. There is a little squirrel charm in there. And then key fob. Mine has a plaid pumpkin on it. It's a good thing Olivia didn't see it, or I might not have it. I love Olivia. I love all the ladies up there. Getting to know them better and better through retreats and meetup and everything. It's just fantastic. Melanie Smith brought needle minders for everybody, and they're very pretty. It looks kind of like it's a button, but kind of looks like a mandala button. So that is very cute. Robin, Lady Robin S., got this little kit together for us. It's got a flossaway bag on it and a ring. So you could put a number of flossaway bags on this ring with this card and then label what project you're working on it. We have a Band-Aid, a mint, again, somebody saying we're having bad breath, and one of the peels, thread covers. I also bought this at the pop-up shop. This was made by Stephanie, Stitch Goes My Heart. And it has a pumpkin and a cat. Again, it's a good thing Olivia didn't see it. You know I love you, lady. Anyway, on Saturday at Fall Fling, I was working on my Phoenix Biscornu. And I'm not going to show it just yet because I went to a class Saturday to learn how to finish it, so I'm going to show it when I talk about the class. On Sunday, when I was there, what I worked on, well, I guess if I was better prepared, that would, be a good thing. Oh my Lord. Life. This was the other fabric that I bought at Friday at the shop. It is 36 count, picture this, plus ale. And the pattern that I started was the one that was sent to me by Michelle, Maine Moose Mom. Cour e Batacour, Halloween and cross stitch. So I started this Sunday. I've got all my floss in my Floss Buddy Flip, my Yoda Floss Buddy Flip. And I didn't get a lot done, but I'm stitching a spool. And there's the other needle minder I bought at Fall Fling. It's an eyeball, because I like eyeballs. Anyway, that's what I've got started on that, and I haven't worked on it since. But that's okay. Thank you, Michelle, for sending that to me. It is gorgeous. And it's in my Lisa Smith Kindred Stitcher bag, which is also gorgeous. Alrighty. Looking at the notes, seeing what I have to do. Pause for just a moment. I'm back. Did you notice I was gone? Okay, so Fall Fling was absolutely fantastic. And like I said at the beginning of the video, this is the last one. Because next year, they announced this on Sunday, that next year, instead of doing Fall Fling, they are going to have a full-on hotel retreat, September 25, 26, 27, 2020, at the Crowne Plaza Hotel in Lake Oswego, Oregon. Everybody who was at Fall Fling was given the first option to sign up for this, and sign up will take place for the remaining places for this retreat on Friday, November 18th at 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, and it will all be done through the Acorns and Threads website. So do not call the store. It is all being done through their email. And yeah, I signed up for it because this is my second year going to Fall Fling, and it was as fantastic as the first one. If they're going to do a full-on retreat, I am going up there and I am going to stay at the hotel and enjoy the whole experience. I tried to take a video of the brag table at Fall Fling because there were some beautiful, beautiful things. And I discovered on that brag table that I do have a unicorn chart. Oh my God, do I have a unicorn chart? I went over to the brag table and I had my camera and I am walking around with my camera and I'm moving it up and down and I think that I'm recording and I'm turning it sideways to get the long bell pulls and this and that, and I'm zooming in and I'm zooming out. When I checked my camera Sunday after I got home, I had the camera turned on. I had not hit record. So, yeah. On the other hand, Anna, Stitch Roadie, shows the brag table. Check out her videos because it's all there. At the very end of the brag table, there was a piece there that when I saw it, oh my God. Just, There is a woman who was there, obviously. Her name is Nancy. She was there last year too. She had stitched this piece. It is a Stony Creek pattern. It took her 3.5 years to stitch because she was stitching it from the magazines as the pattern came out. Janine has ordered the pattern for me. I don't know what the name is. I have a picture of Nancy standing there holding this up, and I'm going to add that onto the end of the video. You have to see it because it's an Afghan. It is a stitched Afghan. Obviously, it's Halloween. The colors are all DMC. It is stunning and beautiful and gorgeous and amazing. And oh my God, yeah, Janine has ordered it for me. I have no idea when I will start that, but I will start it probably after I do my Alphonse Mucha. Yeah, because, oh my God, it was just gorgeous. So, Fall Fling. Once again, it was fantastic. Jerry, the Energizer Bunny, she puts the events together amazingly. The ladies from Acorns and Threads, Janine, Jolynn, the other ladies that were there that help her, and again, I can't remember names. Everybody was wonderful, taking care of us, catering to all of our needs. It was fantastic, and I loved every single moment of it. So let's move on to First Thursday up at Acorns and Threads. We had about 19 people overall. Some stayed the whole time. Some came later and left. Some were there early and stayed for a little bit and left. When I got there Thursday morning, Colleen and Cheryl, Stitching with the Sisterlies, were there. They didn't stay very long because they had a birthday lunch to get to. But Colleen came up to me and she handed me something, and I had seen this on her video, and I had no clue that she was going to hand this to me, but she gave me this gorgeous, gorgeous project bag. The inside is lined with skulls. Just beautiful. Thank you so much. She also told me a very simple way to make prairie points. Way easier than what I tried to do on my Not a Tutorial Vicky. As the day progressed, Beth Twist of Heartstring Samplery came to the shop because she was going to help out a couple of people with how to stitch the T-balls, which is one of her patterns. It's made, you stitch it on an actual TEA ball. But she also passed around this pan of key fobs that she had put together for Galleria, and she had a bunch of them left over, so she brought them to the shop, passed them around, and everybody was allowed to take a couple of them, however many they want. So I took 2 of them. The first little key fob, here if I hold it against the black on my shirt, is a frying pan with eggs and bacon. I got this because this summer when I went over to Sisters, Oregon, I can't talk today. It was our weekend of bacon. We were the Bacon Sisters, the Baconators. Everything had to do with bacon. So when I saw this one, I had to have that. And the other little key fob I got is a octopus. So thank you very much, Beth, for bringing those and sharing them with us. Again, you have to watch Anna's videos because she does a little bit and shows Beth talking about how to stitch on those T-balls, which was a riot. I'm not even going to try to explain it, but it was an absolute riot. So Thursday was fantastic. Erin, Two Martini Stitcher, and her friend Carrie were there. Anna was there. Becca, who is Sombre Stitcher on Instagram. She now has a YouTube channel, and she's got a couple of videos out. She was there with her sister Rachel and her daughter, and I didn't get the daughter's name. And at this point, I'm going to stop my camera and start a second part because I still have more to talk about, and I'm not done yet, so hold on. Okay, so like I said, at First Thursday, I think there was 19 of us throughout the course of the day. It was fantastic. It was wonderful, as it always is. I love the fact that what started out as 4 of us getting together has grown into this phenomenal thing that people from all over want to come and participate in. And everybody is welcome. Bring a chair. Bring a chair. After that big one in September where we were sitting shoulder to shoulder, I went out and I bought a very nice folding chair, and I now keep it in the trunk of my car. And I know a couple other people are doing that too, so that when we're up there, if people show up, like I said, Janine's shop is not that big, and she does have quite a few chairs there for people, but she doesn't have enough when it gets crazy. So just to play it safe, bring a chair. Okay. Saturday. Saturday was my first day back to work. I had been on vacation from Monday, October 28th through Friday, November 8th. I had an extra 3 days on my vacation because my manager misread my vacation request. Oh, geez, I had to stay home 3 extra days. Whatever would I do but stitch and watch floss tube? In the Acorns newsletter, they had announced that Jolynn would be hosting a finishing class for Biscornus. So that was why the week before Fall Fling and Saturday of Fall Fling, I spent stitching on my Tiny Modernist Phoenix Biscornu because I wanted to get it finished for the class. When I was at Fall Fling on Saturday and I was stitching, I was working on the back part of it, I realized that my stitch count was off somewhere. And I took a look at it and I thought that I figured out where the mistake had happened, but where it was at, I would have had to unpick almost everything that I had done that day. And I made the decision to not do that. I did unpick about a half a dozen stitches so that I could move one of the flowers so that it was lined up again where it should be. And overall, it turned out really good. When you're working on Biscornus, when you're finished, you do a running stitch around the design, and that is what you use to stitch the front and the back together. And there was supposed to be one space between the design and where that running stitch was at. In a couple of spots on my back, there is no space in between it. In one spot, there's 2 spaces in between it. Does it make a difference? Not at all. So Saturday, I worked, got off work, went over to Acorns and Threads. There was supposed to be 6 other ladies there. There was going to be 7 of us all together. Jolynn had originally set the class size at 6, and when I asked if I could go, she let me because she knew that I was working on this. And then one lady didn't show up. And everybody there had brought just a piece of fabric that they had stitched 2 squares in to make a biscornu, to make a practice biscornu. and she taught us how to put them together. What she showed us was to do what's called a ladder stitch. Let's see if I can explain this. Okay, you have your two squares, and what you're going to do is you're going to turn one of them 45 degrees, and you're going to stitch a point to a middle to a point to a middle to a point. So you're going to have 8 corners, right? She had us cut our pieces out to the size that they were supposed to be, mark the center point on each side. So we had that marked on both the front and the back pieces. And then she showed us how to start by putting a corner on one of those center pieces and to do a ladder stitch. And what a ladder stitch is you go through 2 stitches this way, and then you go through 2 stitches this way, and the next 2 this way, and the next 2 this way. And when you pull that thread tight, it pulls it together like a zipper. I posted a picture that I took at work yesterday because I had taken my Biscorno with me to finish stitching it at work. I didn't stay for the whole class. I was tired. I get up at 3 to go to work, and my eyes were getting fuzzy and I couldn't focus. And even though I was using pink floss on black Aida, I couldn't see what I was doing at the shop. So I took a picture yesterday. I posted it on Instagram that shows that weave going back and forth through the side stitches. I worked on it on my breaks yesterday until I broke the floss. And then I put it in my bag, and when I got up this morning, I finished my Biscorno. I pulled a couple of those stitches out from where I broke the floss, started a new piece, wove it through, got it to where I could stuff the fiber fill in it, finished stitching it up. One of the things that Jolynn taught us was that when you're matching your middle piece, your middle and your corners together, and you check this as you're stitching around the Biscorno several times, if you realize that you're off, rather than unpicking it, she showed us how to adjust it to pull it back into shape. And I've done that a number of times on mine. And the thing is, on the finish, you can't see it. You cannot see it. So here is my tiny modernist Phoenix Biscorno, completely finished, because I got smart this time and I took a class from Jolynn. This is the front. And these colors, I've said it all along, they just pop off the black Aida. This is the back. Here's my corners. She had brought buttons for us to use. Might be easier to see it on that side. I got a little orange flower. But I finished this morning, and I am so happy with how this turned out. I am so thankful to Jolynn for letting me butt in on her class. Jolynn has got more talent than anybody I know. She does a lot of the finishing up at Acorns and Threads, and she teaches, what is it? Stitching on felt. I don't know. She teaches everything. The lady is funny and smart and snarky and talented and wonderful and patient, and she is just fantastic. And thanks to her, my second Biscorno, all the points match. So I was really, really, really tickled that I got to take that class. So Fall Fling, first Thursday, and my Biscorno class, or the Biscorno class I took at Acorns and Threads. Yeah, it has all been good. The only other thing that I have worked on, and I worked on it just a little bit, was my Erica Michaels Scary Berry. I'm in the middle of the stitch there. This is where I'm at. I still can't figure out why my moon is wonky, and I don't care. But I am looking forward to getting that finished and contacting Jolyn and saying, okay, when are you going to have a class on how to finish strawberries? Because, yeah, I have that resource and I want to use it because she's fantastic. I did watch one new person that I actually wrote their name down, because sometimes writing things down is just hard. It's hard. Niecy Lynn has floss tubes. She's got 4 of them out, and I watched the number 4 one, and she made a comment, and I wrote this down because I thought it was freaking hilarious. First of all, she's got a Southern accent, which anyone who talks with any kind of accent is fascinating to me because I don't have an accent. But she said this with a Southern accent. I'm not even going to try. She was talking about the fact that her past week had been very hard, very difficult. And what she said was, last week treated me like it came home and caught me dancing naked for its husband. Oh my God. Yeah, I will be watching the rest of her videos. I will link her below because you need to go check her out. Anyway, I am going to attach a picture of my unicorn pattern because I don't know what the name of the pattern is, but it is Nancy holding up her Afghan at Fall Fling. And Sabine Demler, please contact me so that I can get this book sent off to you. I promise to do another giveaway in my next video because, yeah, getting ready to do this morning, that was just too much for me to think that far ahead. Remember, next year it won't be Fall Fling. It will be the Pacific Northwest Stitchers Summit. First annual Pacific Northwest Stitchers Summit at Crowne Plaza in Lake Oswego, September 25th, 26th, 27th. Registration will be open through emails only to Acorns and Threads at 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time on Friday, November 18th. So until then, my friends, live long and stitch on. See you next time. Bye.